Dollar Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mall. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mall. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mall. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mall. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9 hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep, go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mall. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mall. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mall. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mall. Hey. Wild card mall. Wild card mall. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mall. Wild card mall. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mall. Wild card mall. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mall. Wild card mall. I.O.W. Late night sports. Hey. Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mar. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go. We about to raise the bar. Wild Card Mar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is happening? Welcome to another episode of I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm your host, the Wild Card Mar. And if you see my face, you see my partner's face. That's my partner MJ from NJ. How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's good, Lamar? How's everything, bro?
Man, you know what, man? My guy, I cannot complain. Like I was telling you off air, man, I am almost 100% done with this whole move. I'm almost there. I had to get refunded some money. To one of the moving companies charged me double, so I was looking at my credit card. I'm like, that what? Yeah, what my money missing? I was like, so I had to call them. So I had to get refunded some bread that they charged me twice on. So I was happy that they were cool about it and weren't really tripping, because I hate to get ugly on the phone, man, because I hate arguing with people on the phone, bro. It's one of the worst things I ever got to do, because I can get nasty, man. I'm telling you, don't play my.
It's really pointless arguing with people on the phone. You know?
Oh, it is, but I mean, like, but you know, it's the fact of the matter is like, you know, like, don't play with my money. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
absolutely.
Like, there's a lot of things that you don't play with. Like, you could talk about me, throw mud on my name, and I don't give a damn, because it don't matter. And as long as you don't put your hands on me, you know we good. But don't mess with my family, my lady, my babies, and don't mess with my money. So that's the only thing I'd ask for in life. You mess with them, you know, you might get a different wild card mark come out. That's all I'm saying.
You get the wild card.
Get the wild card. Man, for real, straight up. But had took care of that. Luckily, it wasn't too much of an issue. I pretty much got the studio. It's third bedroom. You're using it as wifey using it as the office on her side, or on my side. You know, I got the green screen behind me. put up a shelf for helping with the lighting and the camera. So I'm finished in my podcasting studio. So that's 100% locked down. So I'm almost done, man. I'm almost done with all this unpacking shit, man. I don't care what nobody say. Moving is a process. And when you move across state lines, it's damn sure a process for sure. But no, man, I can't complain, man. Hopefully you and your family had a good weekend, my boy. But hey, let's get all the preliminary stuff out the way. Y'all know the deal. Go give a shout out to my guy, 40 Hill, Silent Hill. You see it on the bottom of the screen. He made the dope intro. Go give him some love on, his social media, Hitchhikers. And while you're over there, give us some love on YouTube as well. I.O.W Sports Network is the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Let you know every time we drop new content. I.O.W Sports Network on Facebook and Instagram as well. And of course, I.O.W Sports 1 on Twitter. And let's give a shout out to Let's Talk Sports. If you're watching us over there on their YouTube channel, man, we appreciate the love. But hey, be so kind. Just hop over our I.O.W Sports Network. Give us a like, share, follow. But then you can go back to Let's Talk Sports. I just always want to make sure we shout them out. But please give us some more support on YouTube channel for sure. And of course, catch me, Twitter, KC Wildcard Mar on Facebook and Instagram. And then, of course, MJ, let them know where they can find you on IG, my boy.
You can catch me at m.j.j1129 at Instagram.
There it is.
Catch me there for now.
Yeah, there it is. What was I about to say? Oh, yeah. It's wild because, a lot of stuff to talk about NBA-wise. We'll get to that in just a second. But y'all know the deal, man. Let's get this show cracking on the right foot. Let's give a quick little cheers. Grab your beverages, brewski, whatever, Coke, tea, whatever. I'm drinking Modelo today. And y'all know what it is, to good vibes and another chance to be alive and talk sports. Cheers, y'all.
Cherry Coke Zero for me tonight.
Hey, it's okay. Cherry Coke is always good. I don't know about the zero part. I need my sugar, man. I need my sugar part, man.
Diabetes? You want diabetes?
Well, I mean, I honestly, MJ, I don't go to the doctors, man. I probably already got it and just don't even know. It's literally, for me, I'm gonna have to find out when I start getting sick, because I don't like fucking with doctors, bro. I just don't. I hate the whole. I think the medical system is a crapshoot. I think it's
You're 100% correct, but diabetes ain't nothing to play around with, bro.
You are right. So I'm actually not crazy about the sweets. So it's more like I gotta watch my sugar intake on pop and tea. Because I don't do a lot.
It's loaded with sugar.
Yeah, it is. But I don't do a lot of sweets. I don't do a lot of candy. So, but no, I'm gonna do better, because I'm mid-30s. So it's the time I got to start being a little bit more careful. I know, I get it, but we're not gonna bring down the mood, because this the time of the show that we get a jersey. Mm-hmm. And MJ's been trying to get me to guess the jersey. I'm actually go baseball.
No, it's football.
Oh, it's football? Okay.
It's football. Quarterback.
It's
non-giant.
Non-giant. Huh. You sure it ain't Tom Brady jersey?
I'm about to close the shit down for the night. Maybe even a week. Man, how dare you?
Hey, man, I had to, dog. I had to, dog. No. All right, here's my real guess. Peyton Manning. I'm going to go Peyton Manning. So, without further ado, y'all know what time it is. This is Jersey Boy MJ, Jerseyville. Give it to him, dog. Oh, not the Joe Cool. Oh, man. Hey, got the Joe Cool Montana. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what, big dog? I like that. I like that.
Keep you guessing.
Hey, you kept me guessing on that one for real. But hey, look, Joe Montana, for me, right now, it's him at the top of the GOAT quarterback list. And I don't care what they say about Tom Brady. Tom Brady, he wanted to be Joe Montana. He loved Joe Montana. So I don't know. For me, Joe Montana is at the top of the quarterback list. I know Brady got the rings, got the 7 rings, but let's be honest, that's a team sport, and there's a few of those rings that, came off the foot of a kicker. But what do I know?
Kicker and defense.
Yeah, kicker and defense. You right, bro. So hey, there it is.
Hey, my boy Mike. Hey, this ain't no Randall Cunningham jersey, bro. Come on. Eagles jersey.
It's an Eagles jersey.
my man, Raider fan, bro. Switched over to the Eagles.
What's up, Mike? You said Mike used to be a Raiders fan?
He was always a Raider fan growing up. My man changed over to the Eagles a couple years back.
Well, I mean, I don't blame you, bro. The
Raiders are fucking dookie,
man. And that's not me being a Chiefs fan. I promise you. It's just the fact that the Raiders always going to find a way to let you down. Raiders do Raider shit. All right.
Yes, they do.
They will always find a way to let you down. All your spirits will be up here. Your expectations will be up here. And then next thing you know, they'll drop it on. Come on, man. What was all the experts saying last year? Oh, the Raiders, they're going to be the team in the West, in the AFC West, and
all because they picked up Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams.
Yeah, and yeah, the Raiders are one of those disappointing teams. But hey, man, good jersey reveal right there. You definitely kept me guessing on that one for sure. But here we go. We set the tone with the Jersey Boy MJ jersey reveal, and we got to back up the momentum with a top play. And not a lot of sports on today, and it's okay. But there's still top players out there. Francisco Lindor says, hey, no basketball, little hockey, no problemo. I'll take care of it. Watch what Frankie did.
As it pulls that ball, Dom is completely out of position. Jimmer Candelario hits one past the mound, Lindor with the spinorama on target to Canna. Beautifully done by Lindor.
Not bad in a 10-3 loss. To one of the worst teams in baseball, but we won't go there, right?
Hey, you know what? I knew you were going to say that. And
the cat is batting like 221, and then Alonso's batting like 234.
Hey, you know how I know you was going to do that is because I looked at the score after I pulled up the play. I was like, I'm gonna put it on here, but I was like, oh, MJ gonna kill me for this. He gonna be like, yo, but they lost, bro. And I knew you.
They got stopped.
I knew you were gonna say that. But hey, but you're right though. Let's be honest about the whole situation. When you spend all this money like the New York Mets has been spending, year in and year out, trying to be the new Yankees, trying to follow the Yankee method, as in don't care about what you're spending and just spend it. See, but here's the difference, and you can back me up if I'm wrong and stop me and interrupt me if I'm wrong, MJ. The Yankees, for the most part, yeah, they are always big spenders in the offseason and sometimes at the trade deadline. But here's what they do. They actually go after players that's going to help them get better and win. When they went after Anthony Rizzo showed up. When they go after certain players, when they went after A-Rod, didn't A-Rod help them get to a championship? It wasn't a popular move, but
don't go there.
But I'm just saying
they would have won without him.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it goes to the fact of the matter is,
they go and get players to make them better. That's the whole point.
Yes,
that's the whole point on building a team.
Yeah,
and here's another thing about the Yankees and Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Cohen went absolutely insane the last 2 years. Their payroll is like $300 million.
It's been crazy, bro.
Something fierce. And they're
crazy.
they're like a game and a half out of last place, with a losing record. At least with the Yankees, with a ballooned payroll, year in year out, they contend. And my buddy next door, Carlos, he had asked me about he's like, you expect a championship every year. I said, not that I expect a championship every year. I expect them to contend every year because the payroll that they have, I expect them to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
When you got a payroll that large, you should be one of the final teams playing. You have to expect it. You know what I mean? When you build a winning culture like that, you have to come to expect nothing but success.
Yeah.
Yes, I want them to win a World Series every year, but I'm also a realist, and I know, shit like that don't happen.
Oh yeah.
And you can't always buy a championship, especially baseball. It's tough. Baseball's tough.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
You need a lot of moving parts to succeed in baseball.
Oh, a crap ton of moving parts. You gotta make sure you got a strong pitching staff. For starters, first of all,
you can never have enough pitching.
Never have enough pitching. So you got to have some good rotational pitching. And another thing about pitching, you got to have a good bullpen. So you got to have two parts that come to your pitching part right there. Then you got to have obviously you got nine in the field. 8 minus the pitcher. So you got to make sure that you got solid defenders across the board. So that's 8 different moving parts right there. And then you got to make sure you got at least 9 different solid hitters in your lineup. So there's 9 moving parts right there. You put all that up together, you're almost looking at almost 18 to 20 different types of scenarios that you got to make sure that you have something well balanced around all 18 to 20 positions to even be mentioned as a team that's going to contend for a championship in baseball.
You need a good catcher too.
Yes,
catcher knows how to call the right game, protect the plate. Not let many pass balls go by, wild pitches, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different aspects. Definitely the infield. Your infield you want that tightened up. You don't want shit getting out of hand. So there's a lot of different scenarios that you need in baseball to succeed.
Well, since we're right here, MJ, and we're talking baseball, kind of, we're about mid-May, so we're about almost 2 months in the regular season. Obviously, there's no secret on who the bad teams are. My Royals are one of them. Who's at the bottom of the standings that I'm actually surprised at is 2 teams.
I can tell you one.
Go ahead.
St. Louis.
Yep, that's one of them.
And my second guess is going to be, if I can just remember offhand, I'm gonna say Boston.
No, I actually wasn't thinking Boston. Boston is actually doing them a little bit better than what I thought. They're almost about a middle of the road team right now in the standings. I thought they'd be at the bottom.
Let me think real quick. Who else?
Have something familiar with the
San Diego?
No,
I don't know. I don't know the standings offhand.
San Diego is getting off to a slow start.
They're struggling. Yeah.
Chicago White Sox are absolutely putrid right now.
Oh, yeah, you got a point.
And the reason why I say that is because there's been a lot of experts that have been picking the White Sox to either them or Cleveland Guardians to come out the AL Central. And has anybody looked at the standings? The Chicago White Sox are right next to the Royals.
Tigers got to be mixed up in there too.
They're slightly better than the White Sox, surprisingly. Slightly better. It's just weird that a team like the White Sox, with a lot of quote unquote experts, been looking at to do better, and then Minnesota's sitting at the top of that division right now, and Cleveland's a few games right behind them. So, but Chicago is literally 2 games better than the Royals. And we know how bad my Royals are right now, man. They're
Yeah,
terrible.
I was just looking at the standings now. Wow.
They're absolutely terrible. They're not winning at home. The record at home is trash. The record at away is trash. So where the hell you gonna go with that and play well then? Where you gonna play good at? You're not doing it at home. You're not doing it away.
No.
It's quite bad, man. Like they're literally their stats are looking damn near a mirror image of the Royals, and that's nothing good for anything. It's so weird that the Cardinals, because that was one of your guesses that you got right. The Cardinals are one of those teams that are literally I can tell right now they having some issues with pitching and issues with their defense because they're giving up crazy runs, but they're scoring. They're outscoring their opponents. Like, look at their run differential. It's
plus 7, and you're 8 games under 500.
Yeah. That means you're not stopping nobody, but you can score, but you're not stopping nobody. Whether it's pitching or defense, whatever the case may be, you're not stopping anybody, and so that's just wild. It's just one of those scenarios where things just kind of it's loco. I can't really explain how that happens, but hey, it happens.
I mean, they're not too far back. They're only 7 back in the loss column, so it's not terrible. It's not hard to really make that up. Once they get going, if they do.
Yeah, I got you. All right, my guy. I think it's that time of the day that we must talk about some things that aren't so great. Unfortunately, we are here for a certain situation. We are here. We are gathered here today for the final burial of the New York Knicks. I mean, oh man, damn man, I didn't scare my man MJ away with the taps, man. Here he is. Hey, did you at least get to hear the taps for your Knicks, man?
Nope.
Oh.
So that was the best time to get kicked off. That shit ain't never happened. I just, my everything. It just lost all.
Snaps.
Lost my internet connection and.
Hey man, hey. All right, I'm gonna turn the music down because I'm gonna let you read your obituary for your New York Knicks, man. So just lay it out there. Go ahead, say your final remarks before we put them in the ground, man. So go ahead, take the floor and let out all your frustration that has bothered you in this postseason, New York Knicks wise, and just lay it all out before we put them in the ground, man.
Well, I've been a big fan of this guy, and I'm no longer a fan.
Damn.
Actually, there's 2 guys that just absolutely need to go. Julius Randle, my man, listen, your days are numbered. You absolutely choked in the playoffs. You got to get the fuck out of here, bro. You're done. You got to get out. I'm sorry, you got to get out and take your boy RJ Barrett with you.
Damn.
I package
you giving up on RJ, dog?
I'll package them both right now for a grilled cheese and a bag of Doritos. Bro, done. I do think quickly getting hurt, hurt them. Because that was another ball handler off the bench.
Oh man.
But I'm done with them.
Damn.
Basketball season is over. I'm done with the Knicks. There's no mourning because it's baseball season. It's typical Knicks shit, They did better than I expected this year, so I can't harp on them too much. But you had home court advantage against the Miami team that came in out of the play-in, and you did nothing with it. Did absolutely nothing with it. So you could it's time to get rid of these fucking guys. You know,
Damn.
what you got to do? Get rid of them. Done.
Take
Mitchell Robinson too. You know.
Damn, him too.
He can't shoot a free throw to save his life, bro. So can't shoot a lick.
Hey, MJ ready to go ahead and just to start over, huh?
If you watch that dude shoot, he shoots a free throw, line drive bullets, dude, like fucking torpedoes. No arc, no nothing, just directly right at. And you're 7 foot. You can't get a little bit of just a little arm action. Just a little bit, you know, come on. You're a fucking professional basketball player.
Hey, man, I say it all the time, man. Free throws, they are free. They are free opportunities to get points, man. And they're so fundamental part of the game. And I'm just looking like, come on, man. Like, how is this still an issue? Why is it still a problem? Why are we still having even the biggest names be missing free throws? LeBron James not a good free throw shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like
LeBron James isn't a good basketball player either. So we all know the dude can't shoot worth of shit. Dude might get fired up once in a while and have a good shooting game, but the dude can't shoot. You know that. If he had to rely on his jump shot for his game, he'd fail.
Hey, man, if LeBron had to literally, you get no argument from me on that. If LeBron literally had to play the game of basketball without driving to the hole and only had to rely on mid-range and three-point shooting,
reason he is succeeding because they altered the rules around him. You know, they brought this fucking bullshit Euro step into the game. So basically you're allowed to have like 3.5 steps now and like a jump step. This mug was 6'8", 265, built like a linebacker. So he was just trucking everybody over, bro. Trucking them. There wasn't nobody stopping him, you know, as big as he is.
LeBron built like a defensive end, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody that size, and you're not calling the fouls correctly, you know, of course he's gonna, stats are gonna look good.
Yeah. But back to our Knicks funeral.
Why are we going back there?
Well, I mean, you got. Well, I'm just saying, you got to say your obituary. You know, I want to throw my little pieces of 2 cents on the funeral before you put them in the ground.
I'm done. You can take the floor. It's all yours, bro. I'm done. Minute that game ended, I was done. That was it. You know.
Look, you've heard me say this numerous times about Jalen Brunson, how wrong I was. I thought he was very severely overpaid and wasn't worth the money. And I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad I got to see the true good basketball artistry in Jalen Brunson and see what he brings, what he adds to a franchise. And I'm looking at this twofold. I'm laughing at the Dallas Mavericks because Mark Cuban had the audacity to say he never got a chance to court Jalen Brunson. But my thing is the fact that you let him.
You had him for 4 years.
Thank you. You had him for 4 years. You could have extended him on his 3rd year. You chose not to. You let him get to the point of free agency, and you lowballed his offer. He literally came in about half as much as the Knicks were going to pay him. Like literally, I think I saw.
I want to say they offered him 60.
Yeah, it was like a 3 or 4 year contract, like 60 or 70 million or something like that.
I might be wrong. I think it was like 4 and 60, but I could be wrong on the years.
No,
the money, but it was in that range.
Yeah. It was definitely that range. Yeah, to me, I thought it was a huge lowball offer, and I'm like, Mark Cuban, don't sit here and tell no lies like you trying to make it seem like you had no chance to sign him. Don't get me wrong, Jalen. Don't get me wrong, Jalen Brunson does have family. His pops works for the Knicks. And obviously his pops was going to be like, hey, man, come up here. But the fact of the matter is, he's been in Dallas the last 4 years. You didn't extend him. You waited till the fact of the matter is that he came down to free agency and you wanted to and he was non-exclusive. So you didn't get a chance to match an offer sheet. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was an unrestricted free agent. You lowballed your offer. And then you come out to the media and say you never was given an opportunity to re-sign him. Come on, stop with the crap. So I'm laughing at the Dallas Mavericks for that. But
the only thing Dallas didn't have a chance was to match the offer.
Oh,
when Knicks made the offer, he took it. You know what I mean? That was a done deal. But if you were Dallas, you would have locked that up before, and you wouldn't have let it get that far.
Exactly.
Or at least put out a reasonable offer for the guy, and if he turns it down, he turns it down.
Well, the offer was crap.
I don't think they saw it. I don't think they saw this in him because they got Luka. Luka's so ball dominant. That team is never going to flourish with Luka running. You know, it's not going to work.
Well, and not to get off topic with our Knicks funeral, but the Mavericks, they're not going to. They got to be honest and tell Luka that his style of basketball ain't working. They're not honest. They're not honest with themselves. You're not honest with the fact of the matter is, you literally brought in Kyrie Irving, and who you know, whether people feel about him, you got to recognize his talent. He's good. The offense ran better with Kyrie. It did. Kyrie got your other teammates involved. You can't sit here and keep wanting to and try to repeat the same magic you had with Dirk. And think that it's going to be the same thing with Luka. Luka ain't Dirk. Luka ain't got that. Two different players. First of all, Luka ain't got that dog in him like Dirk do. Like Dirk reminded me, and I might be far off bases. Let me know if I am. He kind of gave me a little bit of. He was almost like a European Larry Bird, if that makes sense. Because it may not to the extent of Larry Bird was shit talking, but Dirk was very confident in his abilities.
That's a decent comparison. Basketball talent wise.
Yeah.
You know, but again, they were two different dogs too. Man, if his back didn't go out on him, you know.
Oh, bro. Yeah, you talking about
that man was a hell of a basketball player.
He was. Unfortunately, his back injuries, man, that started killing his career. But yeah, you're right. But I don't know, man. It's the Mavericks and the way that they ended the season by pretty much folding it when they still had a chance to even make the play-in tournament. Culture wise, I don't like the direction that the Mavericks are going. Nope. I'm with you, man. As long as they keep letting Luka play that style of basketball, man, they're just going to be a ticket selling type of franchise. Yeah, come watch us play, but we're not winning no championships. Yep. Not winning no championships.
We'll show you a little razzle dazzle, but we don't get you nowhere. We'll get your hopes up.
Yeah,
that's
for
about
real.
It. That's the only thing they're raising down there in Dallas is hope. There's no banners. I'm talking football too. We'll cross every goddamn sport off that list for Dallas.
Hey, right now the only championships getting won in Texas is from the Arlington Renegades in XFL, baby.
It don't matter to score.
But back to our quick little last few words. I'm gonna have the Knicks before we put them in the ground. Hey man,
put them in the ground.
Yeah, you did, but yeah, I'm about to start scooping the dirt on them. But I mean,
there's plenty of dirt on them already. You're just gonna finish it. I left you, about 3/4 of an inch more dirt to throw on. And I'll bring it to ground level.
You hit all the main points. For me, I don't know if I move off of RJ Barrett right now. I'm thinking about it though. I'm definitely thinking about it. just because it's like, bro, like, all right, like I'm still waiting for you to come around. Like, what else do I got to do? Do I got to get a right coach? Do I got to get more players? Or I don't know what I got to do to tap into RJ Barrett and tap into his full potential.
Yep. And this mug dude, he's constantly driving to the right, and he's a lefty.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd get to the rim, and then he's got to turn awkward to shoot with the left hand.
You know what's crazy? If you know that,
So do they.
most teams know it.
That's what teams were doing to him all in the playoffs. If you watch, they forced him to go right, and he would take it, and then knowing he's got to spin the body backward to shoot with the left hand.
That goes back to his fundamental makeup of his basketball game. When I was little and playing basketball, all my basketball coaches would always say, "Hey, if you're right-handed, you need to learn how to work with your left. If you're left-handed, you need to learn how to work with your right." And they tell you that for a reason, because you're not going to be able to get your shot off with your dominant hand. You're not always going to be able to. You're just not.
Sir.
You know, you want to go with the layup with your right hand because you're right hand dominant, but it's not always going to be open for a layup on your right side. You're going to have to come in with the left sometimes and finger roll that joint.
Dude, like what's his name? Mitchell Robinson in Game 6.
Yeah,
they forced him underneath the rim, bro. He went up lefty for a layup and like basically airballed it. He came underneath the rim, scooping with the left arm. I'm like, yo, you're a righty and you can't shoot with the right hand.
It's tragic.
If you can't shoot with your dominant right hand, what makes you think you're gonna be able to shoot with your left? And my man is 7 foot and still airballed it.
Man, it's wild. It's crazy. So I don't know if you move off of RJ Barrett. I'll probably give him one more year. And then after that, I don't know.
Why even wait that long? How much longer are you going to wait? Like, he has not shown like that progress you want. Just imagine if Brunson had actual help. If he had actual help in the playoffs, the Knicks would have taken out Miami.
Yeah.
He had nothing. And he had to put the entire team on his back, you know.
I had the Knicks winning that series because my thing is like, besides Jimmy Butler, like, there's nothing really scared me about the Heat. But for some reason, they shut
Jimmy down for the most part. You know what I mean? They kind of shut him down. He didn't have that series like he had prior against was it Milwaukee?
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. Yeah. He didn't have that type of series.
Yeah,
but he made an impact when he needed to.
You know what I noticed in this series with the Knicks and the Heat, and you really can't put it on stat sheet, but you can see it. You can see the effort and the want to win, and the dog in teams and players that want to win the game. And I saw that in the Heat. I saw that in Jimmy Butler. And then the rest of his teammates fed off that energy. And then next thing you know, they're winning by, double-digit points, closing that series out in dominant fashion. I don't know what it is.
And to boot, Julius Randle post-game, they asked him about, whatever the question was. This mug turns and tells the goddamn media, maybe Miami wanted it more.
Bro. What?
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, are you serious? Maybe Miami wanted it more?
Bro.
What are you playing the game for then? Why are you even out there if you ain't gonna show the same heart? If you lose going down with heart, that's one thing.
Yes. That's one thing.
Just go out there and you half-assing it and you don't give a shit if you win or lose. Man, get the fuck up out of MSG, bro. I'm tired of it. Motherfucker gets all NBA 13. Yeah, man. Like I said that just before. So maybe, he needs to go too. I said,
man. What's up, Jay Jones? Shout out to Jay Jones, the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Make sure y'all tap in on 613 Fate Productions. Check out the latest episode of the Man Cave Sports Podcast. And of course, my man Double J also has a a mini podcast, and it's called Sucker Shit, and it's pretty dope. His first, he's giving out nominees and awards to people in sports that do some sucker shit. And there's a few nominees for next week's Sucker Shit Award, but I think we already got a winner, and we'll talk about him in just a second. But
and to go back to Smitty's point, Mitchell Robinson, get ready to learn Chinese.
Yeah,
he can play in the NBA if he can just learn how to make a free throw.
Yeah,
he's a good center because he plays defense, he blocks shots, he gets you rebounds, but his offensive game is just terrible.
Hey, to
absolutely
your point,
terrible.
To your point, to back up your point, what you just said, I saw him getting more minutes than Obi Toppin, so that to me that meant something. And so I understand. But no, you're right. Julius Randle, hey man, Knicks, it's just your time. It's just your time, Knicks. We bid y'all farewell. It was cool while it started. Jalen Brunson can only carry all so long. But farewell to the Knicks. Farewell to the Knicks. Farewell to the Knicks. All right. There might be another farewell in the NBA. Might be another farewell. I hate, I really don't know what to really say about this situation, MJ. But here we go again. Ja Morant. Ja. I said my fair amount on the day show. I'm gonna give you the floor, MJ. Just talk to the young whippersnapper, man. Can you do me a favor, MJ? Tap into your OG status, your wisdom, and spread some knowledge to this young fella and try to steer him in the right direction. Go ahead, man. Floor is yours, man.
All right. Being his age, that's a big part of all this. Mm-hmm. His age and his surroundings right now. Dude's only like what, 23, something like that, 22, 23?
Yeah, 23.
Number one thing you do not ever do is flash a gun.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter who you are across the board. You do not flash a gun to nobody. You do that and you're looking for trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, when you look for the trouble, you're going to find it.
Yep.
You keep playing with guns, on IG and things like that, he's going to wind up in 2 places. He's either going to be dead or in jail.
Mm.
I'm not saying he can't own a gun. He that's his right. I back up, Second Amendment rights. Yeah, I know you do as well. But my father taught me growing up, they're not toys.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something to play with. Like,
mm-hmm.
you don't, and that's what it is. I can't speak too much more on that because it's a whole different subject, but you don't play with guns. It's bound to go off when you play with guns. I don't want to hear, it accidentally went off. No.
Yeah.
No. Guns don't just accidentally go off. It's gotta be either a malfunction with the gun or you just a dumbass that accidentally fucking pulled the trigger.
Hey man, take 7 pounds of force to pull that trigger, man.
All right, so let me speak on him now. Ja, if this gets to you, bro, what the fuck are you doing, man? You need to tighten your shit up. You got the world by the balls. You got the money. You got everything you need. You got the fame. Why are you being stupid on IG Live? Especially when you just dealt with this shit in March. And not even 2 months later. I mean, you swore in March that, you were going to make yourself a better man from this. And you're going to learn from this. And you're going to move on. And you're going to, take this and you know, run with it and be the man you want to be. And here we are 2 months later having the same discussion. Granted, he's not in the club, but he's still in somewhere in a vehicle, flashing a fucking, you know, flashing the gun again. Bro, like, do you really want the heat? Because if you keep fucking around, somebody's gonna come get your ass.
And you're gonna find out.
Yep. Whether it's just because you being stupid with a gun, or because you being stupid with a gun. So tighten up your fucking circle, bro, and get with this shit, because the fact you're going down, bro, you're gonna be fucking on the street soon. You're gonna be out of basketball. They're gonna drop all your deals. You're gonna lose all your money. I hope you got some invested, but you probably don't the way you act. So get your fucking life together, bro. You're an adult with millions and hundreds. I can't say 100, but you got enough money right now to retire. I'm not saying you got enough money to live the life of luxury your entire life, but if you wanted to retire right now and just buy a home like secluded somewhere, or you know, not in a like an upbeat neighborhood, you could do that, and you could buy the house paid off, cars paid off, and you just got to worry about your monthly bills. You could do that. But you're trying to be young and immature, and you're not anymore, bro. I mean, you're not a young teen.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that Jay needs to have on his sucker shit, because this is what this is. This is some sucker shit right here. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're fucking up your life. Not even your bread. You fucking your life up.
Yeah.
Because money comes and goes, but when you fucking with your life, you know, and everything you're supposed to stand for, and then here you are acting a fool. You gotta have better judgment, homie. You gotta have better judgment. You know. Yeah. Somebody needs to get to him and
get to him quick. Get to him quick, because it didn't stick. It didn't work the last time.
Get to him before somebody else does.
Yes, and
oh, good. You know. He should be, Jay. He should be.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a nominee.
He should have him against himself in fucking March. So he's down to lose.
The Ja in March and the Ja in May. Which one is the more sucker shit?
Yep. You want the club? You want the club hand? or the other hand in the car, like. Oh.
Hey man, look, I know we've been poking fun at Ja the last few months in the Memphis Grizzlies, but on some real serious shit, MJ is 100% right. What's up, Kofi? Shout out to Kofi. The good brother Bove. Make sure y'all tap in with the Dirty Hills podcast. All jokes aside, man.
Got all your wrestling content over there.
You said something. You said something profound. You said, "Damn the money, he's playing with his life," and I agree with you 100%. Because here's one thing that I want people to understand, and when they hear you say like, "Oh, it's not that serious," it really is.
Where I come from, it is.
I need people to understand that Ja plays basketball in Memphis, Tennessee, and if anybody who do not know about Memphis, Tennessee, I'll give you game on Memphis, Tennessee. All right, there's people out there in Memphis, Tennessee that really live that lifestyle that Ja is trying to portray, and they really get down like that. There's people out there in Memphis, Tennessee, and here's why he's not untouchable. There was a well-known rapper named Young Dolph, big name, out of Memphis, Tennessee, and he has the same status as Ja Morant. Well known.
I bet you my boy Mike knows about Dolph because he listens to it.
Young Dolph is well known, very well off financially, and guess what happened to Young Dolph? He got killed in his own home city in Memphis, Tennessee. People came and got him in his own city. So, Ja, let's not sit here and act like you untouchable in Memphis, Tennessee. All right?
Or any of them big cities. I mean, I'm sure there's people in Knoxville, Memphis,
Nashville.
Yep.
And that's just in Tennessee. Ja Morant goes and plays basketball. He goes to LA at least 4 times a year. Do I need to remind you of the gang rules in LA? See, I'm a civilian. That ain't my life, but I do know that there's some things you don't play with. You know, this parts in LA, you're in the wrong color, you might have a bad night.
Oh yeah.
So you go to LA.
Most of LA.
Yeah, you go to LA, you play basketball there. You go to Chicago and play the Bulls. You don't think none of them cats from the South Side going see if you really about that? You keep flashing this gun shit like you thug. You
That
think
shit is
none
a
of
war-
them
that
goes to Chicago gonna try you,
That city is a war zone, bro. Straight war zone.
bro? All right, he goes and plays the Nets, plays the Knicks in New York. There's goons in New York that'll come see you about that gangster shit that you keep flashing that gun about Ja Morant. And so when Matt says,
the thing about my area, you don't just have like the Bloods and Crips. You got you got your whites, you got your mobs. You got all sorts of. You got your Latins and Spaniards. There's, I'm sure Kofi can speak on it too. From being where he is, there's people everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
and if they know your schedule, they know your schedule ahead of time. They know when you come into town.
Yeah. Hey, Ja, listen, look what Jay says. It's goons everywhere.
Everywhere, bro.
It's goons everywhere. And guess what? You are on an NBA team that will go to all those cities where there's goons everywhere. And
playing Washington, D.C.
Yeah. There's goons in D.C.
You played Wizards there. You go to Miami.
There's goons in Miami.
You go to L.A. Numerous
goons
times.
in L.A.
Numerous teams in LA, right? See,
so
Dallas. I mean, every city you play in got
there's goons,
and if not, they could come from out of town, come get you.
Yes, and this is why I need people to realize how serious this is because when real goons who are really in that goon street shit. And they see people portraying their lifestyle, they gonna pull your card. There's people that won't pull
without hesitation.
Without hesitation,
they wouldn't think like, oh, that's Ja Morant. Nah, they ain't thinking that.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, I need people to really stop thinking like this is nothing because this is something. Like when you flashing guns and you got the money and pretty much got the access to anything in the world, people who are really about that, they feel disrespected because you perpetrating. There's
mad goons in Phoenix too. Them motherfuckers everywhere. Disappear in the desert.
Bro, they everywhere. Man. And that's why I want Ja to really take this situation serious is because it's like, bro, you a black suburban kid that lived in the suburb because your dad worked his ass off and mom worked their ass off to make sure you didn't have to get involved with none of that shit. And now you got the money. Now you want to, act like that is the thing to do. Like, come on, man. We got to stop enabling bad behavior. And I'm with you, MJ. I've said on the show, I believe in my Second Amendment rights. Matter of fact, trust me, you come to my house, there's not a pistol not too far away from my car mark. Matter of fact, my family walks past pistols. I got pistols hidden throughout the whole house. They don't even know that it's there. But the fact of the matter is,
my boy Mike will tell you. You can back me up.
I'm not playing with them because they're not toys.
Yep.
Like literally, Smitty put in the comments earlier about accidental discharge being a problem. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, negligent discharge is a serious thing. Stuff like that happens. But you don't want to put yourself in that situation. You don't want to put yourself in a situation to run into the wrong goon at a city you play basketball in. Because trust me, man, I'm trying to tell you, if you don't know about the codes of the streets, keep playing around with this IG shit and they'll come to you. They will find you. and this is your second time that you're doing all this. You know, so now I'm trying to tell you, real goons is looking at this and be like, oh, this dude really think it's a joke. He really think this is something not serious. He think he untouchable.
Yeah, I just want to back up my comment to Jay. The last one he said, you know, the goons was like, hey, you know, get his ass. What I meant to say, Jay, is like, if he's out in the street and somebody sees him flashing it, regardless of who he is, they're gonna fucking run up on you. There's stick up kids everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if they see it's John Moran, yeah, they're definitely gonna roll his ass, you know, 100%. But what I was just trying to say was like, you know, it don't matter if it's John Moran or not.
Yeah.
If somebody's in their hood or in their territory flashing a gun, they're gonna get handled. They're gonna get dealt with.
Oh yeah, big time. Kofi brings up a good point. He says cats out there, that's what they want what he got, which is you know, pretty much they're saying, you know, it's goons that want the lifestyle that Ja got. And Ja, for some reason, think it's cool to portray their lives. And it's like, you know, people
they would trade anything to have Ja's life, and then here Ja is
just throwing it away. And I want to give a shout out
to the way they have to.
Anthony Roger, who was on this day's show with me today, made up a great point. When you start lying to your franchise, the people who cut your checks, that's the quickest way to get put out. That's the quickest way to get put out. Just like you said, MJ, and just like Anthony said, Ja gave this franchise his word that, oh, I'm gonna get better. You won't have to worry about me no more. And 2 months later, you're doing the same thing. That's going to give this franchise, the Memphis Grizzlies, an out of that big money that they owe you.
Pattern. It's a pattern now.
Yeah, they can. I'm telling you, the way that corporate America is set up, they can find loopholes into getting out of a contract with you because of your negligent behavior.
Yep.
Keep it up, John.
My boy Mike said earlier about he's going to lose Nike. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, endorsement. You're going to lose endorsement money. And I said it earlier on the Day Show, and I'm going to say it here. It don't matter if you want to be labeled as an idol or somebody that people look up to. All right. Me personally, I got daughters. I want my daughters to look up to their mom and dad, see how we work, how we provided for them, and use that as a marker of how to be a positive person in society. You know, but there are youth who going to look up to these NBA, NFL, MLB stars and be like, yo, I like him. That's my idol. That's my mentor, or that's a person I aspire to be. And when you see behavior like this, you know, it's not a good look. I don't care, Ja, if you don't want to be looked at that. The fact of the matter is, the fact that you're on a status on that platform so high, and the funds that come with you, you're an automatic person that people are going to look up to. It's just nature of the territory. So you always got to be mindful of your behavior.
You just said it right there. Look, people, you know, young kids look up to him because he's one of the young stars of the league.
Yeah.
And people see what you're doing.
They do all the time.
You know, and either they're gonna follow in your footstep and think that it's cool to do that shit, and then they're gonna fuck around and find out.
Yep.
Or you could be the man that you're supposed to be, and change your style up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You ain't got to switch lanes, but you need to fucking change. You need to do something.
Yeah. And I gotta say this because Melvin Wong came into the show earlier and he made a good point. He said, I'm hoping Ja fails. And at first I was like, well, why would you hope Ja fails? And then the rest of his comment was, I want him to fail because he needs to realize and hit a point where you're almost at rock bottom, that it forces you to change your mentality. And I'm looking at Jay's comment, and he says, some people learn by losing everything, like Vic. Vic said if he didn't go to jail, he wouldn't have stopped doing what he was doing. So there you have it. There you have it. What's up, AR?
What up, AR?
So I mean, you know, that's literally, everybody brings up good points in the comments. You got to stop it. You got to change the culture. You got to change the mentality. And you know, it's to me, it's sad. It's disappointing because I think, you know, and yeah, Kofi brings up a good point. You got to learn from other people's mistakes.
Unfortunately, some people don't learn.
Yeah.
You know, they learn the hard way. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of times, you know, I'll say, you know, 8 out of 10 times the hard way is the hardest way.
Mm-hmm. Hard head make a soft ass, man. Hard head make a soft ass. And if you don't know what that saying means, is you keep being a knucklehead, keep being stubborn, and don't want to, you know, change your thought process. You get put on your ass. And you know what happens when you keep getting put on your ass time and time again? Is it becomes soft. So I hate that we're talking about this dude doing the same shit a few months apart, man. It's to me it's tragic. It's bad. Man.
I just got one question for him.
Yeah.
Why are you holding, like, why? Why do you have a gun, you know, out in public?
Well, I don't mind them having the gun in public. Just why you brandishing it for likes and views on Instagram?
But what I'm saying, like, if you're so worried about your life, is that why you carrying the gun? For protection? But you can't hire people to carry for you,
man.
If need be, like you gonna be out in the streets,
MJ,
showing off a fucking gun.
MJ, you know exactly he got the funds to have security if he really wanted.
That's what I'm saying. Like you done fucking up your life, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody gonna kill your ass.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say they're gonna rob you. They're gonna fucking kill you, bro.
Yeah. And we hope it don't come to that. But it's
as they say, you fuck around, you find out. The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Yeah.
So
and AR's right. You know, he's willingly throwing away his life.
Yep.
That's the part. That's the part that's really egging me out about this whole situation. Is he's willingly tarnishing his life. He's willingly trying to throw away everything he earned, that he worked so hard. He of all people should know that it is not easy to get to the NBA. The odds of there could be 1 million basketball players right now trying to get to the NBA. Maybe 5% of those million people are going to get it. Probably less than that.
Not even.
You know what I'm saying?
To make it to the league? Nah, not even. Because you figure there's like what 15 to a team?
Yeah.
Times that what by 30?
Yep.
You know, get a quick what's that? 450 players?
Yeah.
The odds of making the league is not good at all.
It's very small.
And to have the talent that kid does to be in the league and to flourish in this league, it's not even that he's just like a like an eye player.
Yeah, he's not a role player.
No.
This is a franchise player. A person you build your franchise around. A player that you want to advertise on why you should root for the Memphis Grizzlies. You can't use this guy no more as a person to advertise on why you should root for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yep.
The only thing you can use John right now to advertise is an NRA function. That's it. That's it.
I mean, hood shit TikTok video.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't advertise Ja for nothing like that. You know, you literally. I know, Smitty. My math is fucked up. I don't give a damn, but you get the point. The odds are small. The odds are small. You know, so it's like it's sad, bro. It's sad, and somebody gotta. Dumb is dumb. Dumb is dumb.
Coach, something gonna catch his ass too.
Yeah, 6'9". Yeah. Let's not talk
keep
about
playing in the street, bro. Yeah. I got a question for Smitty. Why he says he shouldn't be allowed to legally own a gun? Why is it? Why? Why do you feel that way?
I think Smitty, and correct me if I'm wrong, Smitty. I think Smitty's just saying that as in, you know, John Moran is just not smart on gun safety, so he shouldn't be allowed to to have a gun. And I'm assuming that's what he's saying. You know, I don't want to assume, but you know, okay. I would just honestly, and look, I'm you know me, I'm with people exercising the Second Amendment rights, but when you see a person that is literally being very irresponsible with guns, it's almost like a dog owner that's irresponsible with dogs. You don't want to keep giving them dogs. So a person that's irresponsible with guns, shit, don't give them a gun. So I don't know.
And just about every legal gun owner or illegal gun owner that I know, they don't let people know what they have.
Mm-mm.
You don't let nobody know that, you know.
You never know.
Anything like that.
The only way you
I
find
always say that my door is not locked. My door is not locked for my protection.
Yeah.
My door is locked for your protection.
Yeah. I like the way you put that. But man, we gonna shut down the shop, man. But y'all know what the deal is, man. Great show today. Y'all know how to find us. Going over to I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, the YouTube channel where all our content is stored. Give us a like, share, follow, subscribe, hit that bell notification, lets you know every time we drop new content. I.O.W Sports 1 on the Twitter. You can also find me personally on the Twitter. You want to chop it over with me, KC Wildcard Mar on the Facebook and Instagram. MJ, tell them when they can find you on IG, my guy.
Find me at m.j.1129. Oh, sorry, m.j.j.1129 at Instagram. Hopefully have my Twitter up this week.
Yeah.
You know, got some things.
Here's Smitty's response to your question. I
understand that.
Yeah, he's shown no gun safety and clearly thinks it's a joke. When he changes den, he can, but realistically, he won't pass the background check now. So yeah, I agree.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
Got to be smart. But hey, man, y'all know the deal. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports as we simulcast the Late Night Owl show on their YouTube channel. If you so happen to be watching us over there, please be so kind. Hop on over to I.O.W Sports Network. Give us a like, share, follow, and then you're more than welcome to go back to Let's Talk Sports. But just spread the love over there. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports. Shout out to my brother, Jay Jones. Tap in with him. Sucker shit on the 613 Faye Productions YouTube channel, as well as the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Check those out. Hey, I'm the Wildcard Mar. That's my brother from another. You see my face, you see his face, MJ from NJ. And we out here. We'll see y'all tomorrow night for episode 310. Peace and love, y'all.
Yeah. Come on. Silent Hill TD, yes. Hitchhikers. Yeah, smoking so much dope, I'm seeing traces. Visual lasers load across the scene is dangerous, aggressive like behavior. Couple monsters from my neighbors, resisting human nature. Persistently getting greater, bloodshed like the Terminator. Fire up the green, I need it, increase the dopamine. Feel better, so I kill better, doped up for cocaine. Woman like I never had a home, so I'm all alone. Smoking bones down the chromosome till the filter's gone. Suffocating under heavy pressure, the signal